Hey y'all, it's the Ancestors Advocate, and I wanted to casually talk about the Mayan calendar, the sacred Mayan calendar, in particular the Zolkin. Right now, we're currently in the season of crocodile within the calendar, and for those of you who don't know, this is an energy based calendar. Think of it as a potter's wheel that's spinning, and as it spins, the clay on top takes on different forms and qualities, and every 13 days the quality changes. And the full calendar is 260 days. So right now we're in the season of crocodile, and the energy of crocodile represents um, new beginnings. You can think of a mother who is birthing something new. Um, there is a correlation to the mother archetype or energy within crocodile. You can also think about the, what do they call it? Primordial waters? Yeah, that's the one. So the primordial waters are churning. Something might come out of it, you know? So, thing about primordial waters too is that it's very much linked to the states of the mind. So, divine inspiration, genius ideas, insanity also if it tilts the other way. So, it's also an important time to ask for mental health or to consider mental health issues as well, because there's a fine line between psychosis and spiritual awakening, so to speak, you know. Sometimes people confuse the two. But anyway, I want to get back on track. That's pretty much the energy of the time. It's also good for meditation too, because uh, the energy from deep within, the ocean from within, it can, the consciousness is more active around there, or there's an influence in that area, or we can be conscious of ourselves at a deeper level. So meditation is very much supported in this time, and I think it's a very ripe time for meditation, not just within this Trecana or this season of crocodile, but also the one that comes after, which is Jaguar, and then Deer. Um, then you have the energy of light as well. But crocodile, jaguar, deer are very ripe times for meditation. And the thing about the crocodile energy is that it gives one a good momentum, a good momentum boost if they're trying to restart something that they had dropped or get into a new thing. Like I said, new beginnings. The energy of the mother that has the wisdom of birthing something is with us right now. It's just us on the planet. It's in the air. So those things become a lot easier in this time. I also want to touch on the fact that one of the best ways I've seen to understand the calendar right now, at least for me and in my experience of paying attention to the Trecanas over the course of years, is to allow my attention to fall onto what the energy is bringing. And I find that I relate more deeply and more intimately with the energy signatures of the Mayan calendar and its different Trecanas or seasons, more so than the astrological zodiac system. I think the zodiac is very detailed, and I think it can pinpoint like certain events in life. But one thing I noticed about the Zolkin Mayan calendar is that the sacred calendar is able to tell us what's happening on a deeper level within ourselves. So it's very helpful for growth or shadow work or knowing oneself. There are different seasons where one might feel a bit more of nervous energy bubbling inside them or a deeper need for harmony. This can happen during the Trecana of Rabbit, which just came before Crocodile. And there's other seasons where one might feel a push to do better or strive to do better in whatever they are doing. They might feel a little bit of extra pressure. Kind of like a parent watching you do what you do, you know. And sometimes people might feel like there is it could lead, or it could feel like a bit of anxiety. Sorry, it could feel like a little bit of anxiety, um, but it's not that there's something like wrong with you or something. It's just that the influence of this energy is bringing things up to the surface. So what I found very beneficial is to understand that the time that I'm in or the season that I'm in might highlight certain things about myself that I need to look at. And I'm able to be more accepting and patient as I go through the motions of some of these things, rather than to uh, judge myself or panic when I feel like my psyche is different, it's changing. And there are 20 trichonas, and each trichona has different qualities that it can bring out within ourselves, so that we can look at them and examine them. You know, it's kind of like a circle that each time you consciously go through each trichona and each season, you know yourself better, you know your triggers better, you become wiser and smarter, more patient and understanding of yourself. And each time you come back to the same trichona within the next cycle, you're better with it. You've been through this rodeo before, you know Jaguar, you know what's happening, and you can take or tend to yourself in a much more aware way. So I find that to be very beneficial. And I also get to understand that if there are certain qualities that come up that I might not like or may not be pleasant to go through, I also know this is going to be over in about 13 days or about 10 days. Tricon is 13 days. And so that gives me, helps me not to sink into despair, or again, panic. I had a different direction for this video, but I guess I just freestyled it, and here we are. The next Tricana after Crocodile is going to be the Tricana of Jaguar. And I'll leave dates in the description for when Crocodile began and it's going to end this year, and when Jaguar is going to begin and end. And the energy of Jaguar is connected to the feminine and Mother Earth and divination and spirituality. It kind of has a vibe of a spiritual retreat where things slow down and the quest to find oneself or know oneself, begins. I like to describe the energy of Jaguar as a black hole, a deep black hole in the center right here that pulls you deeper into itself or into yourself. So that's the energy of Jaguar, and has a very strong feminine tone as well to it, which is very beautiful. There's a season for everything within the Mayan sacred calendar. There's one for honoring the mother, like we are right now. There's one for the feminine. The Tricana of Deer, which comes after Jaguar, is the most masculine energy within the calendar. So that one, of course, honors the masculine and what comes under that, like self-respect, being able to speak one's truth, certain qualities like that. There's a Tricana which is of the masculine, but more in a fatherly way. So like father figures, like uncles, coaches, mentors, or the benefit or disadvantage of the presence or absence of a father figure in your life. Those things may come up a lot more during the season of Cain, or I believe it's called Ben in the Yucatan language. So it's a very beautiful system, very beautiful calendar. There's a season for, it's called Monkey or Chuen. This is a representation of the inner child and the childlike nature. And there's many, of course, other things that come under it. There's also the time to honor themes of forgiveness, our grandfathers, grandparents, spiritual sites like temples. That's the Tricana of Owl or Cube. And so I love this because it's not like a psychological thing where today's the day to honor the feminine, or today's the day to honor men, or if we're not picking dates out of our asses. It's just that the energy is conducive for those things. The energy itself is vouching for those things, because we are a manifestation of that in some ways. And so I just find this very beautiful. Alright, this is a long video. This is long form now. We're hitting 10 minutes. This is long form. I just haven't made a video in a minute. So here's me popping back in again. Not too good with, I don't know. I was gonna say I'm not too good with like relating with people on YouTube or keeping up with like video posting or like an audience, so to speak. But I'm just gonna do this like it's my vision board or something, or like a diary where I just put my thoughts out there. If it does help anyone, then terrific, you know. That would be wonderful. I'm just pretty laid back with it. If y'all want to chat in the comments, feel free. I don't bite. Unless I really like you. Alright, take care guys. Thanks for hopping in.